Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everyone around the world. Welcome back to another One Piece video featuring your boy Enel. Come at you guys with a very spicy deck list in the form of Big Mom Pirates. But before we dive into it, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's to everyone out there. Be safe, enjoy your family and your loved ones. Let's go ahead and dive into this one here. We are playing Enel with the Big Mom package. We're not doing Skypiea today. Not that Skypiea is bad, I just favor the Big Moms instead. But they do have similar deck lists, be it that they both have searchers, except for Pudding is on a 1-drop, whereas Shuru is a 2. You know what I mean? And he searches the same ordeal, but except he searches for Sky Island, which in this regard, you're generally looking for things like Holly and Ohm, or at the end of the day, Enel. You know, these are certain cards that you need. But when it comes to Big Mom, I feel like Big Mom's is a little bit more consistent, opposed of Skypiea. And that's no shot at Skypiea. They're both really good lists. I just prefer this one. But in any case, you got your usual Pawseplays here. You have your Charlotte Brûlée and your Yamatos. You got your 7-drop Big Moms. This might be a little bit different than some of your lists. I opt to run 4 of these because I want to see this every single game, multiples at a time if possible. So in other words, I want to at least be able to drop maybe 2 of these a game at the very least. That's at least what I strive to do. But other than that, we're only running 8 2K blockers here, or 2K counters, sorry, in which I might opt to run 10 to 12, depending on how I feel about the deck list. I've been running this for a little while, and I'm having a lot of success with it. And at the end of the day, I know everyone's list is a little bit different, but this one here revolves around taking life early and protecting yours. And what I mean by that is we're talking about Soul Pocus and we're talking about Big Mom. And at the end of the day, with Soul Pocus, this is a card in which you don't see in a lot of deck lists. And I figure in Enel, this would be very strong. Because you don't generally want to give yellow more life, right? Because we have access to more triggers. Be it your Thunderbolts here, your Pawseplays. If you're running Cracker, you have Cracker as well, your Brûlées. You know how yellow works, guys. But at the end of the day, giving a leader such as Enel more life really just plays into his effect, which is very strong. It's already difficult enough for most decks to contend with his extra life that he has from his ability, be it with Yamatos as well, your Linlins, your Soul Pocus. You're healing a lot here. But overall, let's dive into some games here and play against some Sakazu. Now, before we dive into today's video, I do want to reach out and talk to you guys about a sponsor here, in which One Piece fans reached out and wanted to know if I wanted to do a little collab. And of course, I couldn't say no, because at the end of the day, we all love One Piece. And if you guys are interested in apparel, bomber jackets, hoodies, sweatpants, tanks, boxers, socks, I don't know, man, cell phone cases, backpacks, figurines, all that sort of thing, this is a very nice place to come and check some stuff out. And what really stood out to me, which I'm a sucker for, dude, I love figurines. No matter what, the statues, whatever you want to call it, I have so many of these from different animes. But how cute is this, man? Luffy on a pillow, which is also like a nightlight. It's so fire. You got Zoro on a 4-clover leaf. You got Brook, who's on a music note, asleep, by the way, which it's so cool, man. But other than that, you have yourself your little clothing here with your sweatshirts, your sweatpants, your varsity bomber jackets. Yeah, bomber jackets, that's right. You got your Law, your Uta, Zoro from Wano as well. Dude, I am so excited for this. Let alone, next month they're going to have a lot more stuff as well, so stay tuned for that. There's rugs, puzzles, nightlights, all that sort of thing here. Rugs are coming, which I'm very excited for. You got your Devil Fruits, your wanted posters. Let me show you something that's really unique, which I haven't really found anywhere else. I've seen Pokemon versions of advent calendars. We all have, let's be honest. But when it comes to One Piece, this is something I'm a sucker for. And for those of you out there that collect figurines and all that sort of thing, to be able to just open one of these individual boxes or doors each and every day to get a figurine, that's really cool. I mean, unfortunately, I can't wait. I kind of just break into it, but you know, each their own. But either way, here's some of the figurines that you can get inside the box, in which we will be doing a box opening here soon, so I can show you guys in real time as well. But I'm super excited for this. For those of you out there who are interested, there's a link down in the description below. But either way, without further ado, let's dive into some games here. See y'all in this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Now, be it I don't really care whether or not we actually do pair against Sakazuki. I just know he's one of the harder matches in the format for a lot of players. But at the end of the day, with Enel here, yellow, any deck list generally has a hard time with this guy, considering he removes whatever he wants to remove at any given time most of the time. So let's see what we can do here. We started with a, you might argue a bad hand, but in this mindset, I don't plan on playing a lot of cards on board because I don't want him to get value and immediately remove them. Therefore, he removes my units, and then he'll get bodies on board with Lucci. I don't have to deal with that or just take free damage because no counter hand. You know what I mean? So in this case, we're just going to do the best that we can, and it shouldn't be that much of a problem. I've seen this list before, I think. I feel like it's a little weird, but yeah, he still soaks up a hit for you, but still. It seems a little strange. Let's get Rebecca out of the way, that's fine. And then I think we'll just actually throw down Soul Focus here. Like on curve, this is very, very good. But Gadetsu at the end of the day also removes a unit. And this is something that he'll have to contend with. And I'd rather him burn cards on Gadetsu instead of my Charlotte Linlin for the following turn. Or not, okay. Maybe he didn't have all his pieces here, but this is something that you love to see as Enel or any other deck in the format playing against Sakazuki. When they cannot remove a unit or a unit survives for at least one turn, you get a whole lot of value. Because most decks, they generally play with 8 to 10 2Ks. You either have it here or you don't, or you just lose pieces. So I'm totally okay with this. Let's drop Big Mom here on curb. I will save the Soul Focus until we get to 10 Dawn, and I'll just drop both of them at the same time. So in that situation, he really doesn't have a choice but to either give me life, right? He's not going to want to go down to 1. So there goes 1,000 Worlds. That's fair. My list also runs that card. I think that card is really, really good in Sakazuki. It allows you to hit things such as Big Mom and Katakuri with ease. You drop a Hina, then you hit the 1,000 Worlds, and that's boom, it's gone. So, but each their own. Alright, so we have one more to go. I kind of just want to get a free damage off here, and or we could bounce the Sabo, but I don't know if that's a point. So let's see if it'll just give me the Sabo here. I think this might be guaranteed. And then we'll drop a Sanji afterwards. Well, you love to see it. 3 2Ks. Let's go, boys. Already has 3 cards in hand. That means his leader effect is going to get less and less value each and every turn because he's discarding cards in hopes that he gets something decent. So, we're still at 4 life, and I'll definitely take this. I'll throw this down as well. Pyro Sparrow might not get as much value here, considering the game's already on turn 5. But he can find me more Big Moms, and that's exactly what I'm looking for, if that's the case. Yamato will carry me into the late game here, and he won't have enough to remove it, especially with 3 cards in hand. Let me just get these 5Ks in, and then we'll drop the Soul Focus. Because I think now, if we were to... Actually, hold on, wait a second. That way we know it's guaranteed for him to draw this. And then next turn we'll drop the Soul Focuses here. Pass it up. I'd rather starve him here, because giving him the Borsellino just gives him a card to throw into the trash to draw a new one. You know what I mean? So he goes down to 3. No removal. Unless he has Hound Blaze here. We'll take this hit. Another Katakuri. Love to see it. Okay, so he did have Hound Blaze. We'll take this one as well because we don't have no other choice. Ooh. Okay. Now we can start doing shenanigans. How about now? Already 1 life, 1 card in hand. We're looking good, boys. Better block. Alright, there's no point of attacking here. So that gets bounced. Maybe there was a point. I mean, not really, considering you just blocked a Borsellino and then killed it, so. We can drop double Yamato back to back, though, right? I think we can. I think we'll be safe if we do it that way. Because we go up to 2 life. We have the counter in hand to protect ourselves from at least 1 or 2 of those smacks there. Now, in this situation, we could also drop another Katakuri and put Borsellino back on top. We'll have to hit 6. This will be guaranteed. They don't generally play triggers, and then when they do, it's just nothing but Ice Age, so. I think Yamato is probably the correct play here. No target, heal a life. So now, again, he has to hit me, what, 4 times? These 2, and then I'll heal 1, yeah. So, we're sitting pretty good right now. I think I'm fine with taking most of these. We do have a couple 2Ks in which we can pitch here if we need to. These are some big hits, man. 8Ks each. I think we take most of these and then block when we absolutely have to. If he's intending to attack with both blockers here, he just loses the game. Hit the leader with this. Even without that Beige, we still win here. He doesn't have enough counter in hand to protect himself versus Yamato. Nice. Yeah, so even if he attacked us with his leader, even though he can't right now, he still loses the game. I think this is where you surrender, right? Bro, I got a trigger. Come on now. Beige. There we go. But yeah, even if we didn't get that trigger, we still won the game there. Because we would be on 0 life, then I would drop another Yamato and then heal again. So let's dive into another one, boys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Come back at you again with another Enel video. Playing against Dofi this time around. Green-purple. It should be pretty spicy. Guess that was an easy pick considering we already had Big Mom in our hand here. It's Baby 5. This is one of those cards in which it's kind of like a pseudo blocker for Dofi. Speaking of which, I have a very, very spicy Dofi list coming up here soon, so stay tuned for that. I'm very, very excited about it. But at the end of the day, it still struggles to beat Sakazuki. But hey, what are you gonna do? Should be a free hit here. Unless you want to play an event, that's fine. I don't think that would be the right play. Oh, killer, okay. The deck list that he's running is a little interesting. If he's running killer, that means he's running the 5-drop kids and then the 7-drop kids and possibly the 8-drop, which is super inconsistent considering how many Dofi family cards you have. We'll try to get rid of the Baby 5 with never mind. He got it. Sugar. I'm gonna Thunderbolt that right away. I don't want to have to deal with it. Unfortunately, we get rid of a Soul Pocus. That would have been crazy if she hit life with that. Get rid of that. Let's go for another 5 here, and then drop a Pawseplayz. What I've noticed about this card is the fact that everybody and their brother hates yellow. Everybody hates yellow because we get really, really good triggers, right? Let's be fair. And I realized that playing with Pawseplayz when you're playing against a Katakuri or a Big Mom or what have you, it just allows us to get more 10 drops, right? In Enel's case, it allows us to get more Katakuris or more Big Moms. The same situation. Most people don't like to pop these cards because it gives us a free card and allows us to search. So we just use these at 5k smacks each and every time. There's not really a point of boosting them to 7 unless I absolutely have to. But As long as we get a card from hand, yo, that's where it's at. Unfortunately, speaking of hand, we have 3 cards left. But that really might just be all we need. Because in the following turn here, I can throw Kid, the 7-drop, on top of their life. And force Dofi to have to play it back down. You can have this one. Ooh, I get nothing here. That sucks. I mean, it's not all bad, but none of those cards actually made a difference there, to be fair. I guess we could also play Yamato here. Let's get these attacks in first, see what he wants to do. Actually, in hindsight, it was probably smarter to actually play Yamato. But I wouldn't heal necessarily, and that's something I have to consider before I play the card. Basically, it's an extra life, and I try to hold it until I absolutely need to. So in most cases, she's not really killing anything for me. Now, Pawseplayz won't be able to attack. Enel won't be able to attack here, depending on who I give the Dawn to. But let's see what he wants to do here. So 4/6. He's gonna 2K me. Alright. I'm not sure why he did that, but alright, I'll take it. There's a Birdcage. You're not really doing all too much right now with that. A little bit late. And this is the thing when it comes to the Kid package in Dofi. You lose consistency on your family cards and your Birdcages because you're searching for kids. Because they're taking up spots. I'm pretty sure at this point, though, this game is over. We get a Thunderbolt, we kill the Kid, and then we go for game, right? 1, 2, 3, Diamante, another Thunderbolt. Might as well. Forgot to draw my card. There we go. Alright, never mind. Let's do another one. See you on the split second. You know, this is a deck in which I thought was going to do really, really well in OPO5. But nobody at my locals plays it. I think I'm probably one of the very, very few Rebecca players at locals. I haven't seen anybody else pick up this deck list and do well with it. And it's not saying that you can't. It's just that in this meta, Sakazuki kind of just does what she does, but better overall. You know what I mean? Because when you think about it, we got the Kyros, right? And it's kind of like DeMarco and Whitebeard, where if he doesn't bottom deck it, it just comes back. In this case, Kyros can't die. You know what I mean? Unless he can bottom deck it. So, why wouldn't it be good? I think it's the fact that she can't attack, let alone he can just remove all the pieces that she needs to pop things. But hey. We'll see how it works out with Enel. I should just be chilling all game, to be honest with you. She might be running with Rob Lucci and the Rebecca 4-drop, which is cool, but it's not really threatening. Because most lists don't run Ice Ages, which I highly recommend. Very, very good card. But when it comes to Rebecca, you need your Olympus on the board. You can just pop that whenever with Thunderbolts, so I guess Puddin was very scary. That's fine, it's okay. I don't really care about Kyros, to be honest. Let's go 6 here. And then I'm thinking about dropping Soul Pocus. What do you want to do? Do you want to give me 5? You don't want to give me 5. That's not a good idea. Don't do it. Good job. And a Garp, too? Interesting list so far. Our hand is looking pretty good. We can drop Big Mom and or Katakuri here on curve, which would be pretty solid and give her something that she has to remove. So Lumbus hits the board. We go 7-8 here. We'll take that. Play a Pawseplayz for free. We'll get rid of Pudding. Because we don't need her anymore. We have no use for that now. We already have our key pieces here that we need to win, and she cannot search Yamato, so Let's get a 5 in here. There's no reason to go after the Kyros because she's just going to block my next hit with Enel. Unless I stack all my Dawn and then remove him that way, but he's not really a threat to me right now. Let's go 5 here. Just want to dwindle her hand down. Put that on top. Now the reason being that we chose him instead of Orlumbus here is the fact that he has no counter. So in other words, we know what she's going to get from the top of that life. And Orlumbus does have a 1k, so. And I'm not too worried on her popping any of my cards right now. Although she did just Red Rock Katakuri, but we should still be fine. Opponent thinking. There's not a whole lot that you have that you can do. Okay, it's a Sherry. I think she's gonna get back here. Garp, maybe? Yeah. Okay, she got Garp back. I don't know why, but she did. It just tells me she has another card in hand with no counter power, so we'll take that. Ooh, we get the double Big Moms back. There should be a guaranteed damage here. Yep. Now we'll just go... I can drop another one, which is pretty nice. Let's go ahead and just do 5-5. Get rid of this first. Don't want her cycling for free. I'll just drop another beater on board. I think this card is very, very good. Especially the fact that it replaces itself with you drawing a free card. Ooh, that's kind of scary. That's a problem. Was it too late in the game for that to actually be relevant for you? It might be. Why don't you give me another life? Come on, make me go to 4. Thank you. So now I can actually attack. No, we're going to attack all 5s here. And then drop a Brûlée. It's probably guaranteed that he pops my Lin, which is unfortunate. But at this point, I don't think it matters here. He doesn't have any blockers on board. And Rebecca just normally runs Sabo and Bart, right? That's about it. We have answers for both of those. Oh, sorry, we have answers for Bartholomew. We don't have any answers for Sabo, because I cannot rest him because he's a 5. There goes a Lucci. What's happened there? Okay, so he destroyed himself to minus the Linlin to pop me with Kyros. I don't think that was the right play. Maybe she didn't have any other card in hand that she could have done that with. Another Kyros. Okay. That's pretty good. My board's looking pretty small right now. But little does she know we have room to get around this Rebecca and just win game. There's no reason for me to block these. Another Katakuri here. This would be pretty useful. Yep, you have this one too. I'll take the Big Mom. And we have a Thunderbolt here as well. So we could Thunderbolt her, or I could actually 2 million volts. This is probably the better play. Alright. We got 8 Dawn. We go 6 here. Actually, wait. Let's do this. Now what do you do? And we win the game. You might be thinking how, but at this point we can just put all Dawn on Enel and smack her like multiple times here. If she has no blockers on the board, there's not much else she can be able to do. And now we'll just rest that and go for game. You got anything else here? Because I am down to take every single one of these hits. You got it. Sure. Yo, I just drew 3 Gadetsus right on top of each other. That's crazy. Sim shuffling is nuts. Oh, poor Rebecca. Now, you may be arguing, yellow strikes again with triggers. But again, we could just drop 2 million volts and win for game. So I don't think that necessarily mattered. Go ahead. Hit me with the 10k. Yup. Oof, that hand though. Crazy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, come back at you with one more. This will be the final game here today. And then we'll dive back into the list and see what things I want to change with it. But we'll see how this one goes. Playing against another Sakazuki. What could go wrong? This hand is looking really, really good. Again, you may be arguing the fact that I don't have a lot of plays here until late game. Nor does Sakazuki. If I don't put bodies on board, he's not going to drop Rob Lucci for free in most cases. Just like Rob Lucci or Kuzan, that's pretty much his main 2 attackers other than himself. Most of the time, he doesn't really attack you with Rebecca, because no power, and Borsellino, because that puts him in a bad situation. So, we'll see. Yeah, why not? Hey, look, a Pawseplay's. Probably the Brulee, right? So you can just remove that, won't get a lot of value for it. Borsellino in trash, 1 on board. Another Pawseplay's here. Let's go 5 and 5. Or perhaps, yeah, okay, he blocked that, so we'll go 5 here. And then we'll just go ahead Soul Focus. What do? Nice. Turn 3, Sakazuki's at 1 life. Crazy. Drops a Kaido to draw a card. Then our following turn here, we'll have to make him make a choice again with Linlin. Where are you going though, Pawseplay's? Yep, you got it. Hey. This is something I love to see, man. Like, that's really, really good. Unfortunately, though, the big moms aren't really going to help us here. I think I need Katakuri. Just in case he throws down more Borsellinos and I have to get around them somehow. I could go for the Borsellino here. We could very much get it, but Big Mom is probably more important. What do you want to do? Gave me an extra life. Love to see it. For as much people complain about yellow and their triggers, you guys sure like to give us free cards. Take that as well. Okay, you bounce that, no problem. It's looking grim right now. He has a full board. We'll have to contend with this at some point. Goes a Katakuri here. So put in is kind of useless at this moment in time. I can't attack into the Kuzan because he's going to block it with Borsellino here. So I have to actually put it down on myself to do that. I just don't know if I care too much here. He's going to block this, right? There's no way he doesn't block it. I need the Dawn to drop the Katakuri here. I think that would be the correct play. Dropping Gadetsu and then Pawseplay's might not be the thing, you know what I mean? Let's put this on bottom. As we know, he has a couple of them in trash right now. Which is fine. Because without Rebecca, you can't really get them back. I guess he can play Moncherie, but, you know. I think we're looking pretty good. Speaking of Rebecca. Shigi from the trash. Interesting. Minus Katakuri. Sure. Take it. Hey, a Thunderbolt for free. Let's go, boys. Let's get rid of the blocker here, actually. probably big mad now, to be honest. I think with that play, he doesn't have another Borsalino to drop. Yep, nope. 11? Yeah, sure, you got it. That's fine. Hey, Pawseplays, let's go, boys. Let me get rid of this. We're going to keep the pudding just because she has a 1k counter, you know? Trash that. Goes for 8 here. Have to counter out of this one. Double Yamato. Let's go. Alright, do we clean board here, or do we just drop the yams? What do you want to do? 3 2Ks. Alright, well, this game's over. Good job, bud. So now we're forced to actually clean board here. But I also think that he doesn't have very many cards in hand to protect the rest of his bodies on board. So we should be pretty fine with doing this. Let's get this out of here. You don't got it. Yep. I'd feel like the Borsalino would necessarily get protected. So I guess we can throw the bolts here, and then we can rest to Siru. Get the 3K. I did it again. That's my bad. All right, I forgot to click my leader first. It happens. It be what it be. Oh man. Yeah, he's gonna rest this one or protect this one. Yeah, that bothers me. But what are you gonna do? I still don't think by him having that on board right now, he can beat me. There's a Kuzan. Throws away Kuzan to draw a free card. That's fine. Little does he know we're about to stack Yamatos on him. And he's going to be very, very upset. Where you going? Yeah, you got it. I wonder if he had the counter to protect it if I activated the card correctly. I don't think so, but that would be pretty crazy. I'll take the Big Mom. Gadetsu here as well. The correct play might be the drop Linlin. But then he probably can just go for game the following turn, so we have to do this here. Pop that. Go for face. Sure. Looking real good right now. Oh, there's an Ice Age. Double Ice Age. Okay. And it's removed. Thanks, Jams. I appreciate your help. 9k, we gotta take it. Might as well play it. Ooh. Throw that away. Throw that away. Block this one here. And then we'll take the Borsalino. Oh, we didn't attack. That's weird. Alright. Move that. And we just throw down another Yams. We call it even. Back to 3 life. Feels good, boys. Feels good. Oh. Alright, look. It happens, okay? We've all been there playing against Enel, playing against Katakuri, where they just drop multiple Yamatos back to back to back. It makes you just not want to play the game. I understand that. Nothing is worse than seeing a Katakuri drop 10 cost Big Moms back to back to back. But when you can do it as Enel with Yamato and be a little bit more effective, I don't know, man. I think this deck is pretty cracked. I'm having a good time playing it. But there are some adjustments in which I think I'm going to make to it. I'm going to go ahead and show you what we're talking about here. So in this situation here, we take out, let me go and show you real fast, my bad. We're going to take out these Sanjis, right? We're going to go down a Gadetsu, and I'm going to go down a Shirahoshi. To be able to just add in 4 more 2k counters. That way you're running 12 in total. and they're all searchable besides beige. You know what I mean? But that's where I'm thinking about taking this. So far, it's doing really, really well. I'm not a big fan of this card, like realistically. I feel like I don't get a lot of value with it because I'm always a little bit aggressive. My opponent doesn't have very much life when I actually want to drop this card. You know what I mean? But other than that, I think it's pretty good. I might take it out and try something different. But overall, this is the list that I've been working with as of late. Maybe yours is similar. Maybe you guys have suggestions and thoughts. Let me know how your matches are going with your Enel. Either way, this has been Pawseplays. Remember guys, smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe for future content for all things One Piece. And I will catch you guys in the very next video. Stay safe out there.